What up, peeps? It's your boy Heckin Steve. Welcome back to the channel, and this is my pickups video number 29. I have so much stuff to show today that I've picked up in the past week or two, and honestly, I'm a little overwhelmed. You know, I recently downsized my collection. I'm not collecting anything before the 6th generation, so PS2, original Xbox, and newer, I'm collecting still, other than handheld stuff. Like, I'm not doing the 3DS and stuff like that. But yeah, everything else I'm just going to emulate on my computer, and I will be putting out a video soon talking more about my retro gaming setup on the computer with Launchbox, which is the software I use to kind of organize everything. But man, we're going to start with video games today. I have a lot of books and manga and comics to show, as well as records, because I figured I'd just go ahead and show you everything. Now, I got a lot of money for the stuff that I did sell, and I'm happy to say that I am 100% debt-free again. Not that that was that big of a concern before, but it was kind of, holding me down a little bit, making those payments and stuff. But I mean, that's the game of having credit. Anyways, everything is 100% good, and I got, a little extra fun money, so I went ahead and got a bunch of stuff. And man, I'm glad that the majority of the games that I want are pretty much out now, because, or at least for like 2 months, because I'm going to need like 2 months to kind of catch up on everything. Well, we'll start with this. So at GameStop, it is Pro Week, or Double Pro Week, I mean, and they had a lot of stuff on sale, and I went in and picked some stuff up, all PS5 games. First of all, they had Civilization 7 on sale for $44.99. I was going to get this on the Switch, but they actually didn't have a copy of it, so I said, screw it, just give it to me on PS5. And I really like that series. I haven't played this one. I heard it's a little bit different, but I really enjoy playing Civilization 6 with my friend. Unfortunately, he's not going to play this one with me, but maybe I'll do a live stream one night and we'll play through this. But yeah, that was on sale for $44.99. This one was on sale for $30, and this is actually a pre-owned copy, so I got it for like $24.99. Because you also get like 10% off right now for your Pro card, because it's Double Pro Week. But yeah, I played this a long time ago when I rented it from Gamefly, and it was pretty sweet. So I look forward to giving it another try. Ratchet & Clank is always a good time. Then they had Death Stranding 2 on sale for $50, so that's like $20 off. And I went ahead and picked this up. I mean, Hideo Kojima, you can't really go wrong with anything that he does. The graphics in these games, the first one and this one, hell, even the PS4 version, because I have Death Stranding on PS4, even that one's awesome. So I went ahead and picked that up for $50, because I figured, for Black Friday and stuff, it's probably not going to be cheaper than that. It'll probably be the same price. And then I got Last of Us Remastered 1 and 2, the PS5 editions. They were $30 a piece, and these are new. So it's Death Stranding and Civilization. I was going to get Rift Apart brand new too, but they didn't have a new copy of that. But yeah, so the Double Pro Week, there's a lot of really good deals going on. I would check GameStop's website just to see it all. They have like a section that tells you everything that's on sale. And I think it's going on until October 25th. And so you got like 10 more days if you weren't aware, go in there. They got like buy two, get one free on plushies. There's some games that are like 10% off, but 10% is not too big of a deal. Really, it's about these highly discounted PS5 games. They had some other stuff I already had, like Spider-Man 2 was discounted, God of War Ragnarok, and I think Ghost of Tsushima was also discounted. So if you don't have any of those titles, they're like $30 brand new right now. Speaking of Ghost of Tsushima, recently I picked up the sequel, Ghost of Yote. I've done a couple of live streams for it, and I really like it. But, it's really just more of what you got in Ghost of Tsushima. It's improved upon a little bit. And, I know you have to play as a girl in this one, and a lot of people have a problem with that. But for me, man, I like the character. I think that Atsu is a badass, and I have no problem playing as a girl in this game. I will say that it is much more difficult than Ghost of Tsushima, though. And also, when I picked up that pre-order, I ended up getting the controller. This was an impulse buy. I didn't need another controller. But I'm kind of glad that I did buy it because this thing is gorgeous. Absolutely love it, man. So this is my new main PS5 controller that I use. Absolutely love it. So glad to have that. All right, moving on with the games. Got this, and it's in the queue. You know, because I'm still playing through Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Starcross Worlds. You know, the Switch 2 edition. I'm still playing through that. And also another game, which I'll show in a second, which I also streamed. Actually, we'll show that one first. So yeah, you guys, if you've been keeping up with the streams, you know that I played Super Mario Galaxy and got the double pack here, which I am playing through, and I'm having fun with it. It's definitely different, you know. But it ain't bad at all. So that is in my current queue of games I'm playing. But also this game. Eventually, I want to give this a try. I loved the trailer for it. It looked like a really fun game. And it was a $30 Switch 2 game, so I was like, why not, you know? Also, I'm trying to like get a lot of Switch 2 games. If you can see, I'm kind of in a tight space back here, but don't really have many right now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just got like, you know, a little over 7, because I did pick up this one today. We're going to be streaming this tonight, Pokemon Legends ZA. Been looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. But, I mean, you know, it's not like it's going to completely suck ass. I mean, it's a Pokemon game. I imagine it'll be more of the same. I know they've added a little bit more to it compared to, like, Legends Arceus, which is totally fine. And then also I picked this up recently, and that is Battlefield 6 for the Xbox Series X. And I'm having a blast with it, man. You know, it's tough, you know. It's not like Call of Duty. You can't just run around. Like, you have to work as a team. You know, this is like battle simulation, like Warzone simulation. I mean, borderline, okay? I know there's way better games for, like, war simulation, like Squad and Day of Infamy and Insurgency Sandstorm and the first Insurgency. But this is definitely more of a sim versus Call of Duty, which is more of like an arcade shooter. So it takes some getting used to, but I mean, there are some points in this game where it looks like it's real life. Like, it's kind of crazy, you know, and it looks like real life for a brief moment. You know, if you stare long enough, you'll be like, okay, I can tell that this is a video game. But you know, what was it? IGN, they said that the campaign of this game was like a 5 out of 10. I gotta say I disagree with that, because I'm like 4 missions into the campaign, and it's really good. I mean, it's not any worse than what you've been getting, you know, the past few times with those types of games. I think it's good. So, but you know, you can't really trust IGN. I mean, they gave Donkey Kong Bonanza a 10. That game's not a fucking 10. I don't care what anybody says. It's an 8 or 9. I'll be honest with you. But that's all of the video game stuff that I've gotten in the past week or two. And man, it's going to take forever. There are so many PS5 games that I need to play. I've just been kind of buying them as I see them on sale. So yeah. And I still got some spooky games that I'm going to stream this month. I haven't forgot about that, and we're definitely going to be hitting that up. I've just been so busy with everything going on, and all these new games coming out this month. You know, I want to stream those. I want to play those. So, yeah. Okay, now let's move into the music, because I have so many books, and they're so bulky to show you. And it's not lame shit either. It's like cool stuff that people would like, even if you don't even read. So we got My Chemical Romance's Greatest Hits. Picked that up recently. I'm going to go through this stuff fast. I got this is a repressing of not Diary of Madman. Yeah, it is Diary of Madman, my bad. Ozzy Osbourne. And I have, I'm trying to collect all of them. I think I have Blizzard of Oz, Diary of Madman, and No More Tears, and one more that I can think of that I picked up in the past few months. This is the Scorpions. This has the Rock You Like a Hurricane on it. It's an older record, but it came from a store that usually has really good quality stuff, so it should sound freaking excellent. And I picked up some new copies of Pink Floyd albums. This is Metal, which I haven't heard this one. You know, I've heard your regular Pink Floyd, right? Like your Dark Side of the Moon, your Wish You Were Here, The Wall, and what's that other one? It has the mattresses on it. It's like something Momentary Relapse or Momentary Lapse or something. I can't remember the name of it because it's so long, but I was talking to the record store dude and I said, hey man, I want to get us some more Pink Floyd. Might end up buying all their records, or at least the ones that are worth it. So that was recommended. And then this one, which is called the Division Bell. That's what it's called. See, I don't really know a lot of shit about these Pink Floyd albums. Now, I do know this one. This is Animals, and I've heard that it's really good. It's only got like 5 songs on it, so you know, Pink Floyd is more like an experience. It's almost like, I don't want to say orchestra, but it's like a play, like an audio play that you listen to. The concept is concept albums. That's what I mean. And then also for shits and gigs, I picked up this $5 Steve Martin album. I don't mind stand-up on records. Yeah, it'll probably be noisy, you know, like dirty and stuff. It's an old record. It was only $5. And I don't really care about noise if it's just dudes talking. Unless it's like ungodly, unbearable or something, but... Okay, now where to start with the books, man? Alright, we'll start with the comic books. So I got The Amazing Spider-Man Torn, which is a new series that just started. So I'm going to check that out. We got Captain America's issue number 4. I have the first 3 already. It's been a pretty good run. Then this came out today, Fantastic Four and the Gargoyles, issue 1. I have no idea if that's going to be good, but I figured, you know, the Gargoyles is from my childhood, so we'll check it out. And then we got Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe One Last Time, issue 4. And that's a variant cover. And then we have Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, issue number 5. So those came in. And then now we're moving into the trade paperbacks. So these are like, you know, multiple comics put into one. And usually this is how I buy stuff because it's cheaper. Like this is probably like 4 to 6 comic issues and it was like $18. So it's probably like 5 or 6 issues. So instead of paying $25, you pay $18. It doesn't have the same like glossy paper, but it's good enough. But yeah, this is Absolute Superman. I've been getting a lot more into reading Superman because he's one that I haven't really dove that much into other than the movies. So yeah, I'm excited to check this out. And this is a fairly recent one. Okay, yeah, it says it has Superman number 1 through 6, Absolute Superman. So you think 6 issues, instead of paying $30, you pay $18. The only downside is you have to wait for it to, you know, happen, like for them to put it out like this. But it's not too long of a wait. All right, now we got some more DC compacts. These are $9.99. We got Superman and Batman. So this is another one I picked up just because I want to read more about Superman, and of course I like Batman. But yeah, this is a lot more. It's a lot smaller too. It's smaller than a regular comic, but it's only $10, so it's pretty cool, and it doesn't have the glossy paper either. Actually, I've had these for a while, so I don't know if I've showed these, but they're in my reader's queue, if you will. But that's Batman Hush, Marvel's Civil War. This is the one from a few years ago, I believe. That's the era that we're looking at. This is like $15. You know, it's got like the whole series. It was a small series, but then we got Batman: A Death in the Family, which is next up in my reader's queue, I think, if I go by order of received. All right, and then I've got some manga here, some loose manga. We got My Hero Academia Volume 1. I love this show. It's one of my favorite anime of recent time. So I want to read the manga. And then here is Volume 3. I have 2, 4, 5, and 6 coming through Amazon. That shipment's arriving tomorrow. And then, man, I got these today. Now, these are super cool. And this came... I got these... I've been wanting them for a while. But I got them because I had some extra money after selling my my games off, the ones that I did sell, and paying off all my debts. And so I finally picked these up off of Amazon because they were cheaper. We've got Dragon Ball, the complete set. This is, I believe, 16 volumes of manga. So I can't wait to open it up and check that out. That's going to be really cool. It's going to take me like 400 years to read and play and consume all of this. And then, for after that, I got the Dragon Ball Z manga set. These are so cool. This is, more than 60. This is 26 manga volumes. But man, one thing I've noticed about books is they are not cheap, man. But they're so fun. And I like reading. I've always liked reading, but I haven't read that much as an adult compared to when I was a teenager and a kid. Because there's just so much other stuff that you can do with your time. But man, at first I started trying to read books on like my iPad or my phone, and sometimes I will do that. But there's just something about not having an electronic involved in what you're doing. Like me, just sitting here reading a book. Take the watch off, have no distractions, and then I could spend 15, 20 minutes, reading. It's just a way for me to kind of throw it back to a simpler time in life before the smartphones and the internet. Before the internet left the desk, if you know what I mean. Because, everything's so connected nowadays. All right, so the last stuff I want to show you guys today, I've wanted these for years. And I never pulled the trigger on them. And they had like a, what do you call it, a Prime Day at Amazon. So I picked them up. And I ended up getting buy two, get one free, and then two of the other ones were discounted. Now, the first book is in the other room because I've been reading it. That's what I've currently been reading. Well, we got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, these are the illustrated editions. I've read Harry Potter all the way through 3 times in my life. But I never got to read through the illustrated editions. And so, I've always wanted these. They're huge books. And if you're old like me and you can't really see that well anymore, it's perfect because the words are so huge. And it's all, it's thick paper. Every time I read through it, I think that I'm going to skip a page, but really not. It's just thick paper. And tons of illustrations in these books. Now, they've only done 1 through 5 so far. Got the Whomping Willow there. They've only done 1 through 5. The 6th book comes out next year, but I have the first 5 now. So yeah, it's really cool. And it's a different experience compared to, the first 3 times I read through it, which was just your standard hardcovers. There's Prisoner of Azkaban. And we've got Goblet of Fire. And personally, my favorite Harry Potter book, also the biggest, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, book number 5. And I cannot wait to get into these. Also, I forgot to mention this, but they all have built-in bookmarks. If I can get to the page here. These things are heavy as shit, man. Okay, here we go. See, this one has a yellow one built in. So I think that's cool, man. I think more books should do that, but I could not imagine sitting there and trying to read this in your hands. Because this is like a workout just holding it up for like 30 seconds. So I lay in the bed and I read them, like that. But I could not imagine standing there or like sitting up. That would be tough. But yeah, that is all the stuff I've gotten recently, man. To be honest, it's way too much stuff. I gotta slow down. Or I'll be in debt again soon. Not really. I ain't doing that shit again. But the holidays are coming up, so I did want to free up my cards in case I need to buy something expensive for somebody. So that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching this on Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, when it's first released, I'll be live streaming Pokemon ZA tonight for the Switch 2 at midnight Eastern time. So I'll catch you there. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.